Hey guys, Basketballer here. This is now the fifth game or the last for this February 7, 2022 NBA game day. This is New York Knicks with a record of 24 and 29, visiting Utah Jazz, displaying a record of 32 wins and 21 losses. That'll be 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so that's going to be 10 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. Again, I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Basketballer. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on the bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. All right, let's take a look at these two teams by checking on the standings. Starting with New York Knicks, man, they are at number 12. For the last 10 games, they have only won twice. And approaching this game, man, New York Knicks, they are losing back to back. Now, for Utah Jazz, they are at number 4 in the Western Conference. For their last 10 games, they really didn't do good as well, with having only 3 wins. But the good thing about Utah Jazz is that approaching this game, they're coming off back to back. Okay, so for this game, Utah Jazz would have a lot of advantages, honestly. Number one, they would be playing home court, so they would have the home court advantage. Number two, they would have the momentum. It's kind of odd to say that a team has momentum, and you take a look at their last 10 games and they've only won 3 times, right? But yes, I gotta say that they have the momentum because they've just won back to back. Now, in terms of fatigue, man, both teams actually rested last night. Yep, that is correct. So let me go ahead and just try to check on uh, the injury list for both teams. Sorry about that. For the New York Knicks, you know what? They're actually looking good in terms of health. It's just Derrick Rose who's out right now, and a lot of people, including I, am actually looking for Derrick Rose, waiting for Derrick Rose because I understand that Derrick Rose would be a huge addition to the lineup, and I'm pretty sure that there would be this one or two hard pushes that the New York Knicks would have once Rose gets back, and I think the Knicks would still have a chance to go to the playoffs. Well, for Utah Jazz, I see 4 names here. Ingles out for the rest of the season. Sadly, that's a season-ending injury, and Rudy Gobert can't play against Knicks still. So 2 players confirmed out, while we have Clarkson and Rudy Gay tagged as questionable for this game. So 2 confirmed out for the Utah Jazz, and possibly 4 depending on Gay and Jordan Clarkson. The spread on this is minus 7.5. That is for Utah Jazz. Okay. All right. Now Utah Jazz, they just became I don't know. I don't know how to call them, but really, when they lost both Donovan Mitchell and Gobert, man, they sucked. But when they got Donovan Mitchell back, man, it's like all of a sudden they became, they became water into wine. Sorry for the analogy, but yeah, they just looked great. They just looked great with Donovan Mitchell out there. So I know a lot of players out there, Utah Jazz fans at that, are also excited to see Rudy Gobert back. Because again, once those 2 are back, and I'm pretty sure that Utah Jazz will start to pile up those wins again. Now, looking at New York Knicks, man, if you were watching the game against New York Knicks versus Los Angeles Lakers, man, just like me, I was very happy, man. You can see their shooting, you can see the way they shared the ball, you can see the way they were pumped up on that game. That was the Knicks that I was looking for, man, ever since the beginning of the season. And they had that. They had that. Unfortunately, on the second half, stories change and all that. And LeBron James, he did what he did. And it ended up New York Knicks actually losing the game after leading the game by like a couple of digits, right? It's crazy. It's totally crazy, man. On this game, I feel like Utah Jazz would actually have the W or would actually take home the win, especially if they are at home. That's my alarm for my medicine. Okay, just hold on. Let me finish this. Utah Jazz is actually gonna get the win. That's what I think. But considering the New York Knicks' frustration last time out, considering how they looked like, how they played on that first half, you can tell, and I can tell regardless whether I'm a New York Knicks fan or not, man, they are actually looking good. They were playing well. And it's just that, LeBron James stepped on the gas that he stepped on that second half. And, Los Angeles Lakers flipped the coin and got the W. And this game, if only New York Knicks can actually do what they did in the first half of that New York Knicks game, just try to maintain that. Of course, we cannot maintain that like 48 minutes of the time, but just try to be wary. Just try to understand the mistakes that they had in the second half of that game against the Lakers. Man, they can actually keep the game close. They can actually keep the game close. So again, another factor is that they are complete. Again, forget their Rose, they are complete. So they have people, they have options. So my take on this is that highly likely it'll be Utah Jazz winning the game, but I'm gonna pick New York Knicks to cover the spread of plus 7.5. So my pick, New York Knicks plus 7.5. Peace out, pass love, and God bless.